Hello, my dear Scorpio. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of July 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. You can see a list with the order I read for the signs in the community section of my channel. And I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting and subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful for all of your appreciation. So, the reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used the Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. I have been using it since 1995 and many of you have asked how I have learned to read tarot in the way I do. And this deck has been my main source of inspiration. It is working with the wisdom of Zen and can be used together with cards with Zen stories to get an even deeper knowledge of your situation. So I'll make a shorter 5-card spread to make it more digestible for you. And now I'll start shuffling your cards. So, exciting, Scorpio. When I open your deck here, I see sharing and courage. Sharing is in reverse, is the Queen of Wands. So when she's in reverse, this usually shows a person that's not fully respecting themselves, but yet you are so courageous. So it might be that the reaction you get from others makes you not fully respect yourself, but you are so strong. Just holding the cards here and feeling this vibration is very beautiful. So you are strong. And you are this beautiful fiery soul, because Scorpio is water, fire. But it's like your self-esteem has gotten bruised in some way. Okay. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we see consciousness with courage. Consciousness is about awareness. It's about seeing what's real. And sometimes when you see the reality, you lose your courage and you lose your will to continue in some kind of way, because when you see things clear with your clear mind, it might be that you see a lot of things that you would wish them to be different. Okay. And it's very hard. It's like you are this flower here, growing among rocks, maybe feeling also very lonely and disrespected and disregarded. But anyway, at least you see clearly, okay? And this was what happened for many people in 2017. It was the year of end of illusions. It kind of pierced the bubble to our dreams, maybe to be a part of, or to have our dreams fulfilled, projects, whatever it was that we were wanting. But it also made us sober. And now in this sober light, you might not be as hopeful anymore for how things will work out. But this is exactly where the divine wanted you for the next step of the journey, how you build things as a grown-up person with real effect, not just building on your illusions, but building on your dreams for real. So it's like a higher course. It's a harder course, but it will have better rewards as well. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we have 10 of Swords and courage. So what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. 10 of Swords is before you were kind of trying to be happy and okay with whatever were, but when you woke up this 2017, the end of illusion, you got mad, you got angry. Leo, both these cards, this is Leo, Lion, and this is the card for Leo. Okay, and so you woke up and you become angry and you started to protect yourself and at least respect yourself, even though you may have seen that other people didn't respect you in the way you wanted them to. And here comes the child, and it's like this growing power of this flower. It's the life force, it's the prana. So life is here, life is present inside of you, and life wants for you what you want for yourself, because you and life are the same, you and the universe are the same, you and God are the same. So what you want, the universe wants to give you. It's just that you need to be woken up, see the reality and take the right actions towards your dream. You can't just hope things to be different or hope for that troublesome lover to stop tormenting you. 10 of Swords might be you have been backstabbed, or your friends to neglect you, or not being appreciated on work, or whatever has happened here for you. You're so strong and so talented with this creativity, so there's nothing wrong with you, okay? So I call the six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether. Participation and in the reverse. So it's like a private celebration for you here. You might feel a little bit lonely. It's not like you're feeling excluded. It's more that maybe you have a hard time finding. I think there's a lot of company for you, but maybe not a company that would ignite you. Okay, it's like you are not interested, and that makes you feel lonely. It's like the thing you want isn't offered on this earth at this time, and it might make you feel a little bit existential despair here, that you, what's the purpose, what's the whole thing here, what am I here to do? Okay, yes, come and join us here today and give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So healing, yes, this is Scorpio card and the healing, and it's in the reversed. So you think that it's actually that you are being traumatized at this moment and hurt, but you are healing. It's just that you have lost a little bit of hope currently due to your outside circumstances. For some reason it hasn't been like what you hoped it would be. So but it's actually a healing situation, even if it doesn't feel like this right now. Okay, this is another king. It's a air king. So some of you might be dealing with an air sign or a fire sign. And this might also be you, one aspect of you. This is another aspect of you. One aspect wants to win, and one aspect wants to feel weakened because they have the passion of the situation. They want to have the situation. This person can go out without food forever. It's like air. It doesn't need anything. But here, fire, it needs fuel to get along. It needs something. And it wants to be in this loving energy. The good news is that the 5 comparison, the 5 of Swords, traditionally war card, is in the reverse. So it's some kind of apologies here. And the patience card is in the reverse. So it's showing that maybe the troops in this war is starting to exhaust their resources and are tired and doesn't want to do this anymore. It might be that this is an apology, even though it's not particularly sincere, and this is true love. So somewhere maybe it's possible to meet, but with the creator in reverse, I'm thinking this is you, Scorpio. You are not that hopeful. So I'm thinking it needs to come from the King of Swords, the one that has maybe ignite the war in the first place, and saying that you are not good enough in some way. Okay, so I want my dear Scorpio to have love in their lives and find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So beautiful. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds to you, your Scorpio energy, and your reading. Okay, so there. Yes, the comparison in the reversed. I'm thinking there's someone that wants to apologize to you. Or it might be you that has started to, maybe you don't need to win the fights anymore. Maybe you feel like, it doesn't matter. It's not life and death for you anymore because you have woken up and you are much more adult. So when you're in the midst of a fight and then you realize, I don't know what we are fighting for, you say, okay, I don't know what we are fighting for. We can do it your way. It's fine. I kind of don't care. So this is a good thing. And we have compromise, 6 of coins in the reversed. It's something with the balance and energy. I'm thinking you have tapped into higher quality energy, like divine energy, and you don't need to have this exchange of energy from other people anymore in the same way. I feel very calm. It's like you're starting to feel very grown up. And here you have you. This is you, or the situation you're in currently, exactly now. And this is your past, or exactly now. It's in mid-June. And this is the future. If you want to check where you are exactly now, check out the July reading, the first reading for this month that I did 2 weeks ago. This is the past of your circumstance, situation, person, the divine, how they are trying to help you. And this is the future of said situation or person or the divine. So this is you currently, and we have the Lovers in reversed. So it's like you're not fully in harmony with the people around you. It's something that's a little bit off. Some of you might be dealing with the Gemini, since you had King of Swords, and this is the card for Gemini. But it's also your different dualities between you, inside of you. Things are still as important as they were for you before, but you have found other tools, like other way of doing things. And but with the Lovers in reverse, you might feel a little touch of disappointment when it comes to your surrounding and the people that's closest to you, like they're not fully supporting you or fully loving you. You might feel a little bit lonely or isolated in some way. Like it's like they don't get you. They don't get you. Well, yeah, okay. So there's a song, Sticks something. It's about this, that they don't even know you. Okay, so I will try to remember. I will write it down here, Sticks. Yes, so, okay. And this is your past, and we have harmony. So harmony, it's deep love. You really feel deep love for either a selected group of people, one person, or the thing that you do. If you play music, or you are a CEO on an industrial company, or you are a healer, or whatever you are, you feel very good about this, what you are doing. So it might be when it comes to creation, work, your or your kind of your life mission, which might be something creative. It might be love as well. And when this card comes, it usually says that the people that you're with, they are your soulmates. Even if you feel a little bit out of whack with the Lovers card here, they are your soulmate, and you're kind of in a blessed state. You have found like a group of people, or one person, or an occupation, or some kind of thing that you do with your hands or your voice or whatever, with your mind, that actually feels like you have found home. Okay, so you have found home. This might have been what has calmed your energy down a little bit. And here we have your future, and we have trust in the reversed. So even though you got a grasp of this beautiful love, you don't trust it to continue infinitive into forever. So you might be a little bit withdrawn. It might actually be that you have found love, but you are not investing yourself fully into the situation because you don't trust that this will continue. You are waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak. But you are deeply appreciating the situation, and it might be that you are deeply in love with someone. It might be a water sign as well. You have this is Pisces, and here you have this is Scorpio. So it's you, of course. Might be another Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces that you are dealing with, but mostly it seems like you have hit jackpot in some area, but you don't trust it. You don't trust it to last forever. And so it's just to keep yourself sober in this situation. When we are fearful of losing something, like you are here, it's actually, if we are fearful of losing it, it was worth having, because in other case we wouldn't be fearful of losing it. So even if you would just have it for a short while, it's better than not having to have it at all. So you are blessed with whatever it is that you have had, and it's not saying that it's not going to last, but everything comes to dust one day. But I think love is the only thing that actually can live forever. Not maybe the earthly relationship might end, but when we cross over, these people that you have here and love so much, they will be with you there too. So this is the only thing that you can take with you when you die. So even if you you invest yourself in a love relationship that does fizzle out in some way because some reason, it doesn't mean that it wasn't worth doing this. You might feel that it was better to not have loved at all because you want to forget how wonderful you felt, but what you got was a taste of paradise, and this is what human beings wants to create on earth. This is why we're here, and we need to get taste of it so we can know what we are to aim for towards. When we get bitter, we get further away from this. When we love and appreciate and show tolerance and patience and understanding, we get closer and closer. Of course, we need to put boundaries so we don't get used, but we can't get used if you need to tap into this beautiful energy you have of being this adult person, so that you don't mind what happens. You can take whatever curveball life throws your way. You are not in control, you know that, and you but you don't have to take things personal, and accept the rain when it comes, and accept the sun when it comes. Go with the flow. Don't try to control your destiny. Appreciate love when it comes to you, even if the sword that's hidden beneath its wing might hurt you, as Khalil Gibran once said. Okay, go with it anyway. So this is the past of the circumstance or the other person or the divine. So again comes water sign, and this is Scorpio. So another Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or just showing that you are in a passionate love affair with a soulmate, someone that you truly love and that truly loves you. But with the Scorpio card is in the reverse, it might be a person that's hurt and pain stricken, and therefore they are acting like a hurt animal. So even when you reach them with love, they are clawing out and being like this. They can be aggressive, or close their heart chakra, cover like with their arms like this across their heart chakra, and being very closed off, and they can act like there's no one home, there's no one there, there's no one to love, because they are so traumatized, and you think that, well, they don't love me at all, and it might also be about you, that you fear that you will never heal, that this will go on forever, and you will never heal. But as I'm seeing, you are bathing in healing water right now, and it's like this saying, when a person met Jesus or God and looked back on his life, and he saw 2 tracks of footprints in the sand, but when he had a really hard problem, he only saw 1 set of footprint, and he blamed God for that. Why I'm alone at this point in my life when I really needed you? And God says, well, it was when I carried you. So I'm thinking this is kind of the situation. So even if it feels bad, you are being carried here, you are being helped, and you are healing. So it's going to be, you are holding the torch for tomorrow. You know in your heart how love should be: chivalry love, real love, unconditional love. So you know what to aim for. You have the essence in you. You know, you have the map. It's just that you feel maybe some dissonance between the map that you see and what is. So it's not fully, like, you can't make it so and see that it's the same. It's different. It's not unconditionally loving now, and you might feel anticipation and sadness and mourning for not being in that future that you want, that it's not already accomplished. But we had a great Swedish poet, her name was Karin Boye, and she said that it's the road it's the journey that's worth something, not the goal. Okay, the road there is it's life. okay, not coming to the goal. When you die, you will come to the goal, because you will come to unconditional love. But when we are here, it's like a beautiful assignment that we have got to come to a place that needed our healing. And here you are healing the place, and you have the map for how it's are supposed to be. And it's a beautiful journey there. And it's a good deed also, okay? And here's the future, so it's new vision. So it might be that if you are dealing with someone that's very closed off and tricky emotionally, they are going to snap out of it, because with the Hangman, it's like they are being carried by the divine, but the divine is also teaching them by blocking every comfortable exit, so they can't run away from themselves. And eventually this person will rise up and get like this eureka moment and find out what's what, and find their healing. And this is kind of with the Hangman in the reversed. It's when you step out of this Hangman situation, you learn the lesson well. Oh, okay. So I just heard some tunes, but it's a song that came for Leo before. Like the last reading I did, it's a garden party. You can't please everyone, but you can please yourself. So I'm thinking this is a little bit how you need to see things right now, Scorpio, because if you are with a person that's very troubled and going through something immense, like a big spiritual awakening, they might not be able to provide you with what you need currently. So their conscious level might not have reached your conscious level, so they might still be spiteful and angry and like neglect you or humiliate you in some way. And it's not about you, it's about their conscious level, and they are working on it. So don't give up hope here, because this is like a birth of. No one can touch a man of Zen, that's a person that's healed, because there's nothing to be touched, there's no wound. And that's where we're heading here with this. And you can go there already. You don't have to take things personally, and then you're healed. Then it's nothing wrong with you. So if you love yourself and accept yourself fully, and don't let the voice in your head tell you otherwise. So I'll read this card, and then I'll read it upright. It's the center card, so it's very important for your whole reading. What we call love is really a whole spectrum of relating, reaching from the earth to the sky. At the most earthy level, love is sexual attraction. Many of us remain stuck there because our conditioning has burdened our sexuality with all kinds of expectations and repressions. Actually, the biggest problem with sexual love is that it never lasts. Only if we accept this fact can we then really celebrate it for what it is, welcome its happening, and say goodbye with gratitude when it's not. Then, as we mature, which I'm seeing in Scorpio doing, we can begin to experience the love that exists beyond sexuality and honor the unique individuality of the other. We begin to understand that our partner often functions as a mirror, reflecting unseen aspects of our deeper self and supporting us to become whole. So when you are being rejected, or you feel that you can trust other people, it's actually you rejecting you, and you feel that you can't trust yourself or that you are not worthy. So when you change your thoughts about yourself and accept yourself even one step more, these things will they will stop have any meaning in your life. They won't be shown in your mirror. This love is based in freedom, not expectation or need. You need to have needs, okay? You can see this on animals, birds, getting like these birds that's committed forever. If they get apart from each other, they can fly and scream and search. And sheep's lost from their herd will also have panic. Horses lost from their herd. Every animal, almost every animal, is a social creature. So is you. So you don't have to have like apologize for your need, and they are there, and if you don't get them fulfilled, you will starve. You can starve from not having enough love. Children, Second World War, when they survived the war, but they were orphaned and they were left to orphan homes, and they died in big numbers just because they weren't no one there to love them. So love is real. The need is real. It's you getting prana, love from others is very important, but when you are without it, it's to no fault of your own. Accept and love yourself and open the love to God so you won't starve, okay? Its wings take us higher and higher towards the universal love that experience all as one. These three things are to be taken note of. The lowest love is sex, it is physical, and the highest refinement of love is compassion. Sex is below love, compassion is above love. Love is exactly in the middle. Sex might be said being a low form because it's animalistic, but I'm thinking it's very highly, it's a very high spiritual practice. And when you have sex with someone, it's like you're giving them yourself. So it's very intimate and very spiritual with sex. And it's actually an energy that you can transform into very direct connection with God. So you shouldn't be, I don't think in terms of putting it in different levels, but it's different. I can admit to it being different. Very few people know what love is. 99% of people unfortunately think sexuality is love, and it's not. Sexuality is animal. It certainly has the potential of growing into love, but it's not actual love, only a potential. If you become aware and alert, meditative, then can sex be transformed into love. And if you meditate even more, the meditativeness becomes total, absolute. Love can be transformed into compassion. Sex is the seed, love is the flower, compassion is the fragrance. And I'm thinking you become so grown up now that you can hold this compassion also for people that's not available currently for open their heart towards you. Because they are not there, they are not in this conscious level right now. Buddha has defined compassion as love plus meditation. When you love, it's not just a desire for the other. When you love, it's not only a need. When your love is a sharing, when your love is not that of a beggar but an emperor, when your love is not asking for something in return but it's ready only to give for the sheer joy of giving when you want it, not because I say this or the book says this. It's when you feel like you want to give. Then add meditation to it and the pure fragrance is released. That is compassion. Compassion is the highest phenomenon. So very, very beautiful. Okay, so I will also take a card for you from the Sacred Rebel Oracle cards with Alana Fairchild. This. Defend to the end the worthwhile. So maybe you'll... there will be two set of Scorpio. One that defends to the end to avoid doing the spiritual work here and grow towards more compassion. And then it will be the Scorpios that defend loves to the end and this compassion to the end, and it's not going to betray it. And you're a little bit closer to God. It's not because... but it can be very much because of which different body we get into. So we shouldn't say that a person that's the worst dictator in the world is not close to God. He or she might have come here to teach us something as a very great spiritual person, but they were placed in a body that had very low awareness so that they could do these awful things. So you need to know that. There's no levels really, but... everything is relative. Beneath the illusion, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside, for that heart is our key to living an authentic life. What is there once that is compromised? Without its foundation of truth, we are to be forever lost in confusion, doubt, and despair. So when we compromise ourselves, when we compromise our truth, then it's nothing left but doubt and despair. When we think, okay, maybe the other person is right when being like this and refusing me and refusing love and you refusing compassion, maybe then that is real and I live in hell, okay? You are a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart and the matters of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief and also the grief of the and also the grief of the world. You have raged at injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it is exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under lies and fear. Someone like this pretending that they don't feel the love. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voice that say, oh, stop being so sensitive, stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the bigger deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about? The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not shipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. Even if other finds the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than to anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps in your path of the sacred warrior. They are no less important than the more noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great devastation. Being vigilant with what is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens the sacred warrior and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. The darkness will be intelligent and sneaky. It will tell you that it doesn't matter, that this one time you can forget what you promised, that you are just one person and that you can't make a difference anyway. The darkness will lure you into sleep, ambivalence, and dull your light if you allow it to. The sacred warrior within will fight with love and honor to be true to what has meaning and never ever allow it to be cast aside, even if it seems easier in the moment. The sacred warrior finds joy and humor in life to prevent the seriousness of the task from stifling the heart that just wants to live and be free. That joy brings strength to the warrior and expanded, relaxed awareness that can sense the presence of fear, whether it's masked as anger, hate, or doubt, and immediately respond to it with fierce compassion. The sacred warrior will not allow fear to gain a stronghold within the heart. This oracle has a special guidance for you. You are being asked to stay strong and stand your ground. This might be in a big emotional journey that feels like the fight of your life. It may be in a matter that does not seem to hold much importance. Yes. However, what is happening or soon will be happening is worthwhile. So hold tight, ask for help through the healing process below. Stay true to the sacred warrior of love that you are and defend to the end all that's worthwhile. So the healing. I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection, assistance, and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love. That what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for the greater good, through my own free will, so be it. So my dear Scorpio, don't give up on chivalry love. It might be you holding the beacon for the world, so they will know where to go, where to find this. So even if you feel very rejected and hurt, God loves you, the divine loves you. What you want, the divine wants for you too. And you are here to awaken, and it's like you are awakened before many others, and therefore you will feel very lonely but you're not. You are the guiding light for these people to follow you. So don't give up, okay? So I want to invite you to my webpage, www.queenofcupstarot.se. I also want to welcome you back to my August reading that I will perform in the mid of July. And I want you to take really, really good care and show unconditional love. Show also the quality of being a grown-up. Stand steady and show us the way, okay? Take really good care. Bye-bye.